Good evening. Hello, YouTubers, and welcome to my channel, G.R.A.C.E. And before I continue, I'd like to thank you very much for visiting my channel and viewing, liking, and subscribing. Please keep on subscribing, please, because it just motivates me so much to continue telling my story in this journey. It's a daring journey for somebody like me, to be uploading stories about my life, my experiences, and in these videos I'll be taking you through my journeys from Kenya, where I was born, and where I lived in England after high school, and now I live in Germany raising up my children. And yeah, so I really love it in this country. It's so beautiful. And yeah, so that's that's the purpose of this videos, or of this journey on YouTube. I'm daring to share my stories with you guys. So today I went running, and it's very beautiful right now. It's spring, so the apple trees are blossoming. There's an orchard. This area, it's well known for its wine. It's got a lot of wineries, I think they're called. And so there are hills. When you run, you see hills of vineyards, and also there are orchards. There are a lot of fruits that grow here. Apples is one of them, are apples, and then we have plums, we have strawberries, lots and lots of strawberry fields. Next time I go, I'll take my camera with me so I can show you what's here. We've got pears, we've got what else do we have? Yeah, I think those are the main fruits that are here: apples, plums, strawberries, and pears. They do very well here. And of course the vineyards. Okay, so while I was running, I just remembered an episode in my life where many years ago, I think it's going back 11 years ago, if not more. No, actually 13, because my youngest son is 13 years old. And a friend of mine, another mother, approached me and asked me to join her drumming group. And she just said that she goes drumming, and if I could join them, because I would add a flair of Africa in the group, because it's all German women. And so she continued to explain to me that their teacher was from Burkina Faso. And yeah, and she just thought, because I'm an African, and because she knows me, and she believes that I was born drumming. And so if I could just join them and then teach them a few things, maybe a few rhythms. And I was like, what? So I got really curious. I started laughing, and I asked her what kind of drums they play, because for me, coming from Kenya, back then, before I went to Europe, I never drummed. I mean, I loved dancing and I loved singing, and I think I was in a drummer club in primary school, but I had never drummed. So when she told me that they're drumming djembe, and I was like, djembe? What is that? For me, in Kiswahili, djembe is a gardening tool. So I had to ask her, what is that? And she was like, do you want to tell me you don't know what a djembe is? And I said, oh, Africa is big, and I come from Kenya, and in Kenya, and even in Kenya, we have like over 40 tribes, and each tribe has its own a drum, as an instrument. And I just remembered, I just told her, like, in my tribe, I think we have ohangla. I can't remember the drum that the Luos play, and the sukuti, and then there's the Kikuyu drums. I can't remember their names, but I just said I've never heard of the drum, djembe drum. And so when she told me that her teacher was from Burkina Faso, and I said, that might be a drum that is played in West Africa. So I had to give a little bit of African geography, and I said I come from East Africa, and in East Africa, I come from Kenya, and in Kenya I had never heard of this name of this drum called djembe. So I got really, she just started laughing, and I was laughing, and I said, okay, you know what? I'll think about it, and maybe I'll just come one day and just see what you guys are doing, and then see if it's really something that I can relate to. And she was really taken aback, and she was like, I can't believe you don't know djembe. You come from Africa. You guys are born with the rhythm and music and drumming and dancing, and I can't believe. Well, if you don't know how to drum, then you can still come, and we'll teach you how to drum. And I'm like, oh my god! So, an African in Germany being taught how to drum, how to play an African drum in Germany, not in a city of Germany, in a village in Germany. I mean, I just went home smiling after that conversation. I just went home and I just told my family. I just said, "Oh my God, you'll not believe what just happened to me. Somebody wants to teach me how to beat an African drum here in Germany. So bring it on." So I joined them. I joined the group, and I honestly, it was I think 10 or around 10 women and this African man that I had never met before, and he had dreadlocks, and he sat there in a circle. So there was a circle of, and he sat in the middle, and he was just teaching them, and I was like fascinated. And then, so the first day I didn't have a drum, of course, but he always brought excess drums. So he gave me a drum, and I didn't even know how to hold it. So that's when the funny, the fun bit started, because everybody was just looking at me like, oh my God, we cannot believe this African woman cannot even hold a drum, let alone play. So he showed me how to hold it between the legs, and there was a way of holding it, and he explained to me, the sound is. So anyway, I'll have to show you a djembe drum. So you have the surface is made of leather, goat skin or goat or cow's skin, but I think in West Africa it's goat skin because the sound is better. So it's a hollow tree, so it's a tree, it's one piece, and it's hollow. So the end part is open, and the top part where we drum is the skin, and then it's tied with some strings and stuff like that. So you have to hold the drum in a way that the bottom part is a little bit open, otherwise you can't hear the sound. So I was learning all these things, and I'm like, oh my God, I've never seen this instrument, I've never played on this instrument, I don't know what to do. So I sit there, and so the teacher, I just said, I don't know what to do, teach me, tell me, show me what to do. So he said, okay, hold it like this, put your hands like this, and then he started slow rhythms. And so I was just watching him, and I just tried to repeat it. I tell you, my hands felt like lead. I didn't know what I was doing, but I just went on. I just watched and repeated. And that's when I realized, okay, there is an advantage of being born in Africa, because yes, it's a lot easier for us to understand rhythm, or to learn music, to just, because of the musicality, there's music everywhere. People are singing, people are always singing in churches, people are always drumming in churches, people are always clapping in churches. So, you're born with that, but learning an instrument is another ball game altogether. So yes, so that was my journey of learning an African instrument, believe you me, in a village, a very small village of about less than 1,000 people. And that's how I got to know about djembe. But the journey did not stop there. The funny thing is that because I was a part of this group, and they were already well known in local restaurants and outdoor barbecue places, and so they used to be invited during summer to perform. So I became one of those performers. So there were just the two black people, myself and the teacher, and the rest were white. So from then on, I got invitations to weddings, to birthday parties, to any cultural activities. I became this drumming guest, dancing guest, singing guest. And every time somebody had an occasion, be it a birthday party, be it whatever celebration, especially in the summertime, we would be invited. And sometimes I would go with a group, and sometimes I was just invited by myself because somebody said, "Oh, come and dance for us an African dance." And if I didn't go with the group, then I took my CDs. I ended up, after being in the group, I ended up buying CDs with the rhythm so that I could practice the dances, because whenever we performed, I just had this urge to dance, just to perform, to dance. So I became quite a natural. Well, I'm an African, so yeah. So that was pretty good, and I really enjoyed that time. It lasted, I think, 4 or 5 years.